got some new projects going on, guys. Y'all stay tuned. I'm revamping this whole area where I had that little greenhouse at and all those shelvings. I just moved them out the way for now. So I put me a line right here. I'm gonna be putting ground cover right here, and I'm gonna be putting up one of those they call them portable grow tunnels. It's not a huge one, it's about a 10 by 20 I'm gonna put right here. So gonna help me advance my growing and plant starting and stuff like that. So y'all stay tuned, guys. We got a lot going on here in the homestead. So, and if you're wondering where I put the other one, it's back here. And this is where my I'm moving those planters. I just put them right there for right now. I don't know where I'm gonna put them at yet, but so that, like I said, that's for my fruit trees once we can take them out of this greenhouse. So y'all stay tuned, guys. Got a lot going on. See y'all later. God bless. All right, y'all. I got the ground cover. Grow tent is not here just yet. Not that I'm putting that up today. But I definitely have to get the ground cover down. I did have some more expense to try and kind of retrofit this greenhouse or high tunnel, whatever you want to call it. Not technically a high tunnel, but grow tent. Hopefully it works out. You know, like I said, I got it on a early Black Friday deal. So that's why I kind of jumped on it. Saved a good bit of money on it, considering what it's really worth. Probably, you know, definitely not the best that's out there. But we'll see if we can make it stronger. I'm gonna put a base on it, around the frame and stuff. You know, we'll see. I'm not too worried about the frame. I'm gonna make that thing immovable when I'm done, for the most part. It's just that PE cloth, I think it's called, or whatever. It's they claim 3 to 5 years, like the regular 6 mil greenhouse plastic. But you know, I'm not too sure on that. I mean, the sun is just beat stuff up. But anyway, this is a 12.5 foot by 50 foot, so I got more than enough to get this thing down. I'm gonna have to end up just cutting the 2 corners off, so because it's gonna be a little too much. But I want it all one piece. I didn't want to make a bunch of runs at 3 foot or 6 foot wide ground cover. I want it one solid, you know, one solid piece. That's why I got the 12.5 foot, and then 50 foot. The greenhouse is only 20, so I'll be cutting that off. So all right, let's get that down. And of course it's windy today, so that's just gonna add to the fun. So my house kind of blocks blocks the wind, and that fence kind of helping out a little bit, but it still finds its way around. Let's see what's what. I don't know which way this thing is. Fold it up. And again, guys, this is some Amazon. Well, it's Vivor that made it, or has it. So it's not gonna be your. I don't think any ground cover is really good, y'all. I mean, this is the one this is the same type of texture I've been using in my garden. Seems to work pretty well. I guess as long as you don't run it over with a lawnmower. Which I do have a tendency to do. If I catch the edge of it sticking out on one of my raised beds. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that right there is about 25 feet, so it has to be this long. This is the length. Ooh. So yeah, I'm gonna have to open my gate, guys. All right, That was a ridiculous, unnecessary fight for a lock that's always came off, and then all of a sudden it just didn't want to. Oh, bro, I tell you. All right. All right. Let's see here. It sure feels longer than 50 foot, I'll tell you what. If I had a greenhouse wasn't 50 foot long, that would be a nice size. Can't fit that right here though, for sure. But that's the only length I could get. I couldn't get nothing shorter than 50 foot and at 12.5 foot wide, so kind of had to go with that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut it now. Give a little extra slack. What y'all think? Yeah, it'll be all right. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off over here at the edge of the gate. Where my knife's at now. I'm gonna put it back over here. All right, so I think I'm gonna have a good foundation here. This gravel's right here. It used to be part of my driveway. I used to park both my vehicles right here, but and I acquired the lot next door, so I parked my truck over there now and just kind of been playing with this area. Oh, I should be holding my knees on them rocks, y'all. Let's see. It's an eyeball cut. All right. I'll get this picked up and jerked back over here, and I'll roll it up later. I don't fall, trip. All right. All right. Go ahead and make me a little hem right here, so this thing doesn't want to fray on me. I put them bricks on it, keep the wind from picking it up. So, like I said, I'm gonna stay off of this right here because I got those downspout deals. I want that water to wash away, not wash this way the way it used to be. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna go grab my tape measure. I'll be right back. And also, guys, this is not gonna be a how-to tutorial video on putting this little grow tunnel up. I'm just kind of taking y'all along and showing you how I'm gonna get this thing going. So there we go, the wind's starting. Just one little wind, guys. It just wants to take the whole thing. So anyway, I'll bring y'all back in a second, guys. Now I'm gonna use my little ground stakes. Now I did test this out. The few I did go through the rock here, so hoping it stays that way. So I think I'm just gonna stay with that straight line like this, and I mean, I don't need to square the ground cover off, really. I'm gonna have more than enough around each side that I planned. I need to square off my frame whenever I start building that, but this little wire, that, see how it went in pretty well? I should go around the rocks and get down in there. So, all right, y'all, I'm gonna just go ahead and finish this off right here, the ground cover, and I'll bring you back, show you what we got, what it looks like, and then I'll start trying to figure out the frame. All right, guys, got it down. At least it's a point to where the wind won't take it away. Because I can get my frame down right here. I'm gonna do a 2x4, treated 2x4 frame, okay? I'm gonna wait till the greenhouse gets here so I can put the bottom track on to help me make sure I am center on my 2x4s instead of me trying to figure out exactly where it needs to be. I don't want to build it and then it's hanging off one end or the other, vice versa. Because this thing, it call it 10 by 20, but it's actually 9 foot 9 by 19.7, I think. So, you know, that confuses me. You know, I'm pretty I'm pretty much a on the mark person. You know, I got to know exactly what it is so I can figure out how I want to do things. So I'm gonna wait till it gets here, and then I'll bring you back and we'll start doing the framework, and it should go up pretty easy after that, guys, from the videos I've been watching and whatnot. So, you know, like I said, it's no big old fancy smancy thing, but you know, it should work. We'll see. So all right, guys, I'll bring you back whenever I'm ready. See you in a little bit. Whew. Okay, guys, I am working on it. As you can see, I got the frame laid out. Nothing's tight yet. I'm going with 2x4s, treated 2x4s. I'm standing them up and giving me another 4 inches in height. Right here, see, I put these little blocks that I had from the drop off that I'm cutting off because the land slopes here, which is good. I want it to slope in case we get rain in it or I wash it out or something. I want all that water to get out of there. So I don't want nothing puddling on the inside. But which put me level, because it wasn't level, of course. So, you know, I'm probably about a 3/16 of an inch off level. It still kind of slopes this way, and that's fine. You can see here I put some 2x4 bracing. I'm going to put those in the corner once I get this thing strapped to the 2x4s. And I have rebar that I cut that's going. I'm going to drill some 3/8 holes in my 2x4s, and that's going to go through the 2x4 into the ground. I got all four corners of those are probably kind of in the front here, in there. I'm trying to help for my south winds in case, you know, we get a hurricane or whatnot, which most of the winds will come from the south here, and they'll go through, you know, it'll kind of, you know, I don't know how strong it's going to be, guys. But I'm trying to think ahead with all this, you see what I'm saying? Because I live in Hurricane Alley down here, and not as close to the Gulf as I used to be, but I'm a little further north now. But regardless, it's coming together, guys. I'll just keep y'all, I'll do a little video clip here and there as I go. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not making this a how-to video because I got enough videos out there on how to put these Quictents up. And mine's a little more heavier duty Quictent. It's not called the Quictent. Let me see if I can, I think it's a Kingbird one. Yeah, it's this one. And they got the green ones, but I got the white. You can see the white tarp right here. It seems pretty thick. I mean, I don't know. I'm hoping that I can get 5 years or more out of that tarp, but guess we'll see. You know, it depends on that sun, God. The sun beats everything up, like I keep telling y'all. So, all right, guys, let me do some more work, and I'll bring y'all back. All right, guys, got the base where I wanted it. You can see here, I put the rebar through the frame here, and what I went in at a kind of a 45 angle this way toward the back, and I did the opposite over here. I went kind of like a 45 to the front. They kind of make like a wedge for the frame. Keep the wind from picking it up and moving it. Also, I went down in the middle. I'm not done yet, but I'm going to put some rebar straight down or at different angles all the way around it. every so many feet, probably every 5 feet. And really wedge this thing in, guys. And I'm strapping the frame, the bottom frame here, with some pipe strapping, metal pipe strapping. I got in a roll like this. You just cut the length you need and then wrap it around, and you can see it ain't done yet. It ain't moving. So I'm getting it, guys. It's been about 3 hours, but it took the longest to get this frame square and where I wanted it at. And there will be some, it is lower right here. I'm gonna have some gaps to keep this thing level. I'm gonna have a gap on this side because of the land drops, but I'm gonna build up there some way, somehow. But I want this level. So other than that, I'm gonna keep going, guys. I'll bring y'all back when I get a little closer on the frame. You can see here, I got the first hoop up and braces right here. Kind of working from the back to, you know, well, from the front to the back I'm working. So it's coming along. I'll bring you back in a little bit. Okay, guys, I am losing daylight. Sun's going down. It's getting chilly right here. No more sun, so I'm shutting it down for today. I'm just showing you what I did, and I'll bring you back tomorrow. We should have it done tomorrow. But I got all these cross braces on, going across here and there. All the frames up. These right here, these posts right here were actually to go down in the middle to add you some, you know, some whatever kind of support you want to call that. But anyway, they don't reach the ground because I came up 4 inches or so, whatever, with the frame. So I utilized them as some 2 cross braces across right here. I had some extra bolts and whatever, so I drilled some holes just to add a little more support. You can see it's still rickety rack. It's kind of the word I've been telling myself. See how it's still moving, guys. It's the problem with that is, okay, in theory, this is gonna hold that tent cover. Yeah, okay, we get that. But where most of this rickety rack is coming from, bad designing, of course. Right here is just the bolt going in. I'm lucky I was able to get the bottom of the pipes, most of them. See, the bottom of the pipe can sit on this board. Okay, so I have this downward strength. It still doesn't stop the rickety rack side to side here, which ain't that bad considering how I did it. It took me all day to mess with this, but they say 2 to 3 hours with 2 to 3 people, but it's just me. But I was able to take my time and kind of get it how I want it. You know, I wanted to get my frame all in the ground and this and that. I got black tape I covered where I might have had, you know, like right here, screws sticking out that I added, and the pipe and all that. I don't know, guys. We'll see how long it lasts. I think I'm gonna put some more bracing though on the ends, possibly out here in the center. Maybe build even a door frame right here. Possibly, I'm not sure. I have to see. But like I was gonna say, that some more of this rickety rack stuff that's going on is the thickness of the wall of this pipe. You see, that's the thickness of the pipe. This needs to be way better than this. I could get down on those bolts and I could smash these pipes together like nothing, guys, if I wanted to. And it definitely don't tell you to do that because they don't want you to do that because they know what's gonna happen. See the thickness? It needs to be thicker than this. And this was called a heavy duty one, guys. This is a little more advanced one that I ended up getting because, you know, I had some discounts and had the Black Friday deal thingy going on. So I said, you know what, let me try it out. And I've been watching videos of other people that got these Quictent deals. I haven't seen nobody that had that Kingbird one, which is, excuse me, that's what this one is. So, I don't know. We'll see, guys. I'm not going to start preaching about the tensile strength of this pipe and all of that. I've been in the metal business my entire life pretty much since I'm 19 years old. So I know metal, I know about tensile strength, I know about gauges, I know about all this and that. I'm not going to sit here and preach about it, but it's very, very poor craftsmanship on the thickness of these pipes. Now, for the money, Okay, I get it. From a business perspective, I get it. But I believe that if they go up a little bit more on the thickness of all of these things, you would have less rickety rack going on. It'd be a lot more heavier duty. None of these, no matter how you make this, will handle a tree falling on it. I mean, that's the bottom line. Even if you go as thick as a hurricane fence post thickness, that a tree's gonna, it's gonna smash it, regardless. But make it a little, you're taking people's money, and this is China stuff. I said I wasn't gonna preach, but this is China stuff, and it's affordable. But none of us want to go through this and have to build one of these every 2-3 years. None of us. I know y'all can agree with me on that. One something that's gonna last forever, regardless if you spend $30,000 or $40,000 on a greenhouse. In 5 years, you could be changing the cover anyway. So this is a good investment for what I paid. I paid, with all the discounts, I paid $198, free shipping, everything, from Quictent. I'm gonna try to leave the links if you want to go check them out. But I'm like everybody else. We buy what we can afford, or I buy something for a certain price. That's all I want to give for. Not because I can't afford more, because that's all I want to give for that certain product. And this was kind of one of those situations. So, and plus I want to try it out. If I lose $198, well, that's going to be because a hurricane probably tore this thing into shreds. Or, we don't get much tornadoes here, but I mean, definitely that ain't going to. Y'all out there up in the Midwest and all that, y'all know ain't no hurricane, tornado. Yeah, that's going to tear that all up. But anyway. Anyway, guys, sorry about that. I didn't want to preach too much, but I was getting frustrated a little bit as I was putting this thing together, just because of the leveling and the squaring off and all that. And then this base was, like I said, rickety rack, and it was falling off. It was doing this and that, and kind of going all over the place. But I finally got it, so we'll see. I think I'm gonna do some more bracing, like I said, tomorrow, and then we'll get the cover on, and I'll bring y'all back and show y'all what it looks like, and we'll see how many years we can get out of it, guys, and how it works out. So other than that, I'll see y'all later, guys. Y'all take care. See you later. God bless. All right, guys, bon matin. It's almost noon now, but I'm sure y'all a few more updates I was doing this morning. See, I went ahead and added some pipe here. This is some 3/4 inch EMT. It's electrical conduit. This is what they should have used to make this greenhouse, guys. Look how much thicker this is. You hear that? That's pipe. That is pipe. All right, and you can see I got some connectors. I had some extra little plastic deals I put inside that fit just like it would have on these. Same. It's the same thing, guys, just thicker. Just thicker. I screwed it up to that. Then I came down. These brackets I actually put the pipe, knocked the pipe in the ground. A couple of inches or so. Give it a little more stability. Another $40 worth of supplies. And it's a lot better, guys. Look, it don't shake as much. And it'll be even less because I'm going to do this on the other end because I got 2 doors. So I don't know how wide the doors are. I think they're about 4 foot wide, but that's what I did here, 4 foot wide entryway. This right here, the threshold, I was debating on cutting this out, but because I wanted a nice even flow into the greenhouse. So I'm probably gonna leave it because I don't want to ruin any of the my structural integrity as bad as it already is. So we'll leave it there. I'm gonna go ahead and build a ramp over this and that end. So we're almost there, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up, then I'll bring you back when I get ready to put the top on, and see what it looks like. See you in a little bit. Whew. All right, guys, we got it. Got it going on. Now, see if I can get this top on by myself. and the wind's blowing, so not sure how well that's gonna play out, but there's only one way to find out. Still got a little cleaning up to do, but now I'm gonna take my time as time goes by to figure out how I'm gonna get this the top kind of strapped down pretty well. I'm not just gonna let it dangle around, but I ain't gonna know until I actually take this thing apart and put it on top. So, but I'm not gonna show y'all any of that part. I'll just take my time as time goes by, getting this thing a little more retrofitted, and show y'all what I've come up with, and maybe help y'all out if any of y'all decide to get one like this. Like I said, I'm okay with it, and I don't mind doing a little retrofitting, guys. I love building things and doing all that, but as time goes by, it's like starting to get a little tired of building stuff. But I gotta do it while I can do it, you know. Start getting real old, I'm definitely not gonna. I'd rather not want to do it than not be able to do it, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I mean it's okay, pretty thick. I mean they put they woven in that mesh in there. That's what actually makes it stronger. But man, just a little wind feels like it wants to take it away. I think I have it right. Hopefully y'all can see me from way over there, but if not, sorry about that. Okay, so that's the outside. Oh boy, I don't know how well. Oh yeah, it already feels like you could just rip it. It ain't that great, but like I said, guys, it's gonna be what it's gonna be, I guess. Hopefully this wind didn't catch it, because I'll be done after that. Yeah, it's definitely a two-person thing, but I ain't got no help, so I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to get this thing on here. That, or wait to get some help. Don't know. All right, guys, let me I'll bring y'all back once I got it on, because I may fall a couple times and trip and bump my head, so I don't want y'all witnessing any of that. I'll bring y'all back in a minute. Alrighty, y'all, this is it. I'm gonna show y'all what I did to it. Yeah, it just seemed to look like a little off, but that's the material, I guess. I did put some black tape, Gorilla Tape, on these corners, because that's where it's gonna want to rip first. This side actually started to rip, so it just, yeah. I'm not that happy with it. I'm okay with it, but I think they could have done a lot better. Y'all saw throughout the video. There is zero anything heavy duty about this, is the way they described it, okay? Maybe the company will see this video. Oh well, that's on them. This is my honest, I'm gonna say, opinion. This wasn't a review, okay, for this greenhouse, but nothing is heavy duty about this except for the things that I added. The wood base, the things I did for the base, and there was 4 posts by the doors I showed you I did. That's the only thing heavy duty about this thing. Maybe, and maybe the zipper, maybe. Okay, that's what they call it, the Kingbird. And this is the inside. There's no strapping except for right here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 on each corner that they sent. There's nothing here, nothing to hold this down right here. Nothing. Okay, they should have added all that. They have the seams to put them. They probably didn't want to put that on there because they know when the wind gets in and pulls on, that's where it's gonna rip first. I'm pretty sure that's why. But anyway, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how long it's gonna last, guys. But like I said, if you can justify, like what I told you, I'll spend $198, and that's because of all the sales and all this other stuff. You're probably not gonna get that sale by the time you see this video, but if you can get a couple dollars off of it and you want to include some work and put some work into it, I really do truly believe it'll be worth it. I do not know how long it's gonna last. Do not keep these doors open on a windy day like today. This thing nearly killed me getting it over here, over it. So, but I did get it, by the hardest. But I mean, this is it, guys. 10 by 20. I'm going to start moving some of my stuff in here, so. Which I'm gonna do that after a while. But this is pretty much the end of the video, y'all. So, just wanted to show y'all what I did and how it turned out. So. Other than that, I am pooped once again. So, thank y'all so much for joining me. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hopefully y'all get something out of this. Like I said, guys, it's on you. Y'all want to try one, try one. I'm not saying don't buy them. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it ain't worth its weight in what you pay for it. Because, I mean, for what you get, yeah, it's probably, what I pay for it is worth it. Now, how long it'll last, who knows? But, yeah, they do have some things they need to change. Their designs. Another thing while I'm right here, this can hold water right here. See this big old gap? They need to put some more bars, either like this across or like this. You know, I pulled it as tight as I could without ripping this thing, and like I said, I went ahead and put some ground stakes in it down to hold it down, because the wind gets under it, it's gonna want to pull on it. It's gonna keep putting pressure. That's why I tell you, don't leave them doors open. Okay, on a windy day, leave them down. It's during the summer and it's really hot, and you got to get some ventilation. Open these little windows, these little screens here, because the screen will block most of the wind. It'll let the air in slower than like just gushing on in and wanting to pull this thing up. Because this thing ain't nothing but a big air balloon. You know, once the air gets under it, it's gone. It almost took it over the house earlier when I was trying to put it on. But anyway, thank you all so much, guys. God bless. I'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all take care.